Today we're kicking off our July junk journal project using Pink Christmas, and it's a project I've had for a while. Hi, this is Kelly with Kelly's Creative Dream Studios, and I'm in the process of trying to work up kits that I've had. And the one I'm showing you today, I'm trying to get this situated. The one I'm showing you today was part of a challenge with Dear Julie back in 2020. And I think it was probably in August or September, because I packed everything up to take with me to Iowa when my twin Mimi babies were going to be born, or had been born, I guess. And so I took this with me to work on, and then I spent too much time playing with the Mimi babies and I didn't do anything. So that's what we're going to work on this month. So my inspiration was this paper pad from Craft Smart. And I'm going to flip through it pretty quick because there's lots of things in here I can work with. And I hope I can show this and do my best. I have journaling cards that I can use. Look at this. I'm probably going to use that for our tag tomorrow. These would be cute, cut out in clusters. And I think I have a punch that will do that. I love this background paper. The one thing I love about this is that it is all one-sided. So if I use it for tags and journaling cards, I have the white space already there. And we have this, or for using in pages, that I can fold it in, and then I've got a whole page of white that I can decorate. These would make major tuck spots. Let me see if I can get that one in. I've got my water cup still open on my desk, on my mat, because I'm putting stuff in there. We have, and it looks like there's two of everything. This one I won't be able to use much, but I can come in and use the bits around the corners. I love this. It's like champagne bubbles. And of course, unless I've used it for something, I must have used that for something. Santa Claus. And the poinsettias in the clusters. Now, I have a poinsettia stamp and die set from Stampin' Up. I am not going to use it for this journal because I'm going to try and do this one. Finish the journal for Patriot. I've still got it spread out over here on the ironing board to finish up. I love the pink bottle brush trees. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, but I can eliminate that, or I can use it on the front. Then we have a nice neutral tone. The pink poinsettias. I love the strips. These would be great for pockets, belly bands. Give me a jumping off point. Then there's two of these. Of course, there's only one of those. And then there's these doors. They haven't thought about the doors yet. But apparently I jumped into this and used it for something, because some of them I only have one sheet of. But that's okay. Look at the Santa Clauses. I'm going to be fussy cutting those little guys out. The eucalyptus leaf. Pretty sure it's like a eucalyptus leaf. All the ornaments. Now, I'm not a fan of the gold glittery stuff, the gold stuff. So, will I use these? I might as part of a cluster where they're not so in your face. So, that's the paper pad we're going to be using. Now, I already have my scrap rack set up over here. And I'm going to try and pull stuff out. See how much of it can wind up on the floor, but I'll have to put it back later. These are packages from my scrap rack that have stuff that would coordinate with Pink Christmas. I have gold doilies. I have some glitter washi. I have the pink bling from Dollar Tree. So I have that. I have an extra pocket in there I don't need. I pulled out pink fabric tear, some white ribbons with some trips of gold. I have some game pieces, stamps, because these were things that were on the list to use in, excuse me, to use in Julie's challenge that I'm not going to need. Now, I'm going to save myself a page in this book, and I'm going to take the jewelry out. Isn't that pretty? And I'm going to put it in one of these pockets. If I can get them to open. I'll have those there. This is a pre-made die of a pocket that I'm going to use and trace that. And then I had the bling from Dollar Tree that had lots of pinks and whites. And then there were these I think I got these from Maddie because they are Prima. So I have the Pink Christmas here, and then I have 2 packages of the coordinating puppy stickers. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I got these from Maddie at Spectrum Art Creations. So I have these to work with in this journal. Okay, let's tuck these back in here. And I'm going to lay this off to the side. I won't try to put it back in the ring binder because as I record this, I found out that Maddie's going to do a game night, and I have about 20 minutes to get a couple of things done so I can go play. I had also pulled out, I had packaging to use, and I had these digitals, and these were from Dear Julie Julie. These were her side-by-sides that I could use. So this is her digital for Pink Christmas, and I'm not going to put these back in here. And then we had full pages, and we're going to pull those, pull the paper clip off of there. Aren't those little girls cute? And I used a smaller version of this and made her Christmas card that year. And I may go back and print more of this one out. We'll see. This one. And then there was the December calendar. And then I've got one more here. That was... Oh, and these were her ephemera pieces from that one. Trying to get into these as quick as possible. But one of the requirements when we use when we do Dear Julie Julie challenges is we have to use, depending on what she nominates, it's usually 1 or 2 packs of her ephemera. So I have all these small pieces, and I'm upside down, so let's turn them right side up, that I will also be using in this journal. And I love digitals because they help give you a starting point of, you know, where to go. And then I have the alphabet, and this is all of her ephemera pieces. If I can get in here. I'm not sure where to put stuff. So we have these letter blocks that I think are perfect for this. Smaller ephemera. It doesn't matter, there's some right side up and some right side down. But those little cherub girls are just so adorable. So I have things that I can use here. And smaller, some of the larger pieces that we've already seen. This is what I used for her Christmas card that year. And I'll link that video down below. And then we have those. And then we have a couple of more tag pieces that would be cute. So we have those. Okay, I've got something tickling me on my leg. Okay, so there's the stuff from Dear Julie Julie, and I'll have to come back and repackage these when I'm done and put them back in their binder. And then I have packages of, let's see if I can do this way. Let's try this. Okay, I've got my binder off the rack. Let me put things back on here and see if we can just turn the page, okay? I have packages of papers, including a couple of pieces of white cardstock and vellum, ledger papers. This is my favorite digital of Dear Julie Julie's. It's her flinch cards, and I print them in all different sizes. I believe, I couldn't remember if this was just white cardstock or if it was some of the glitter cardstock from Stampin' Up, the frosted. And then I have gift tags that are all in pink that I got from Dollar Tree. No, actually, I got these at Five Below. Oops. I skipped a ring here. Let me put these back on the ring, just like that. This one needs to go back on the ring, just like this. Okay, there we go. So I have things in there, as I've got larger sheets of the ledger paper. I have a wide doily. And then I'm going to turn this, and I have this glitter paper that I think is Stampin' Up. Here's where I had cut into some of those pages, so there's my scraps. I have bags with my glue dots in them, so I had those ready to use. Because this all went into a scrap rack binder and went with me to Iowa. So I had everything that I needed to work on. And then back here I had, yes, it's still attached. And here's a couple of those pages that I had cut into. I had a Christmas coloring book, a couple of those. And more of the cardstock. And some of those larger sheets that I still had from the paper pad. So I had all that to work with. And now I'm going to fold this over, and I'm not going to put that back on the rack either. I can repack this back on the scrap rack over here when I'm done. Then I had samples of what I had in tissue papers in pink. And then, let me see if I can take this off. And this was the neat thing about the scrap rack, was I just pulled out my binder that was all pinks. And there was my tissue paper samples. These are from Recollections cardstocks that I can pull those out of here. Here's all my ephemera that's pink. I have brads in different shades. I have flat backs. I have shaped brads, eyelets. I have buttons in pink. You know, just in case Big Mama doesn't think I have buttons. I really do have buttons. I have some stones that are for like doing, like if you're doing stepping stones. And then I have some funky paper clips that are butterflies and thumbs up, hearts. Then I have more eyelets that are specific shapes. Then I have all my pink flowers here that I can build flowers with. Here that are pre-built flowers. Jumbo big pre-built flowers. Then I have my bling. I have chipboard letters. I have pink doilies. There was those, but then I have the pink doilies on the back, so I had everything packaged. Then I have fibers, chipboard pieces cut from packaging, tags, more ribbons, papers, more fibers, ribbons, more fibers, ribbons. So yeah, I have plenty to work with for this challenge. So that's my kit for this. I may find other things, and that's fine. But I'm also going to be, tomorrow, we're going to do, Tag Tuesday is going to be for this. And then I think one day I've got to set up to do the pages, to do the signatures. So that's coming up. So this is going to be interspersed with our 25 Days of Christmas cards. But they're all going to be labeled 25 Days of Christmas. So that's it for me today in the studio. I hope you come back tomorrow to see what tag we do and watch the progress on this journal as it goes from start to finish and out of my craft room. In the meantime, please remember to like, to share, subscribe. Oh, there was one other thing. Quick, what did I do with it? Oh, one of the challenges, and I'm going to leave the link down below, was, very first one was to do a tassel. And so I pre-made my tassel before I left. Put it on a white paper clip, and I'm going to link the video for this in the description box below. I'll see you tomorrow. Creative blessings.